Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. As you know, we are studying very important chapter, that is life process, in which we are studying about nutrition. In my previous lecture, I told you about the digestive system. Okay, now I am going to explain you it once again, but this time we are going to talk about the digestive glands. Okay, so here we are with the structure. In my previous lecture, I told you about the different parts of the digestive system and their functions. Now we are going to talk about the digestive glands. They play an important role in the digestion of food. Fine, so here we start from the salivary gland. Here we can see that in the buccal cavity, some salivary glands are present which secretes saliva. Saliva is a viscous fluid. Okay, what is the function of this saliva, which is secreted by salivary gland? Okay, what actually happens when these salivary gland which are present here in the mouth, generally known as buccal cavity also. So here we can see that it secretes saliva, which is a viscous fluid. Now what is the function of this saliva? When we chew the food, this saliva make the food soft, moist and slippery. This is the reason our tongue can easily throw it back to the esophagus. Okay, other thing is that this saliva contains lysozyme, which kills the bacteria present in the mouth, as well as whatever we eat. If we consume bacteria also, then this lysozyme which is present in the saliva, it kills the germs or bacteria. Okay, other thing is that this saliva also help in the digestion of food. Okay, so this is the function of saliva, which is generally secreted by salivary gland. Okay, another important gland is liver. Here we can see this is liver. So first of all, let me tell you that there are three important glands which are present in the human. They are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. They play an important role in the digestion of food in the human beings. Second one is, first we have already taught about the salivary glands, okay, which secrete saliva. Second one is liver. Here we can see liver is where it is situated. It is present on the right side. It is present on the right side, upper side of the abdominal cavity. Okay, now what is the function of this liver? Actually, this liver secretes bile juice. What does it secrete? It secretes bile juice, which generally gets stored here in the gallbladder. Here we can see this is the gallbladder. So this liver secretes bile juice and then it gets stored here in the gallbladder for the some time. What is the function of this bile juice? Actually, this bile juice plays an important role in the digestion of fats. What happens when whatever we eat, if the fat is there, okay, if we consume fat, then it gets digested by the bile juice which is secreted by the liver. Okay, now this bile juice emulsifies fat, means it breaks down the fat globules into the smaller fat droplets. Clear? This is the function of liver. Third important gland is pancreas. Here we can see pancreas, where it is. Here we can see this is pancreas. Actually, it is situated just behind the stomach. Okay, so what is the function of this pancreas? This pancreas actually work as heterocrine gland. What is heterocrine gland? Means it act as both exocrine gland as well as endocrine gland. Okay, if we talk about the exocrine gland, then what happens? It helps in the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Clear? Now let me define all the three important glands here. Digestive glands. Okay, so generally three main types of digestive glands are present in the human. Generally three main digestive glands are present in human. What are they? Salivary gland, okay, salivary gland, liver and pancreas. Okay, first of all we will talk about salivary gland. Where it is present? It is present in the buccal cavity or in the mouth cavity, okay? Salivary gland, it is present. It is present in the mouth cavity, okay? It secretes viscous fluid that is known as saliva. It secretes viscous fluid known as saliva, okay? Now, what is the function of this saliva? Let me tell you. Function of saliva. Why it is important? Because it plays an important role in the digestion of food. First of all, as it is liquid, okay, it is a fluid. So, whatever we chew or whatever we ingest, and then when we chew it with the teeth present in the mouth, then this chewed food get mixed with saliva. So, this saliva makes the food soft and slippery, okay? Let me mention. Saliva makes the food or chewed food soft and slippery, okay? Once it becomes soft, it becomes moist, it becomes slippery, so it is easy to throw or to push it through the tongue into the esophagus. Clear? So next is, it contains lysozyme which kills bacteria, okay? It contains lysozyme. What does it contain? It contains lysozyme which help to kill bacteria. Okay? And the other important function is that saliva helps in the digestion of food. Saliva helps in the digestion of food. Okay? So this is all about this salivary gland which is present in the mouth cavity or in the buccal cavity. Let me revise it. That salivary gland, generally 3 salivary glands are present in the buccal cavity or mouth cavity. Okay, they secrete a viscous fluid, that is saliva, and this saliva helps to make the food, chewed food, especially chewed food. It makes chewed food soft and slippery, as well as it contains lysozyme which kill bacteria, and then it helps in the digestion of food. Another second digestive gland is liver. Already I have explained you. Now we will make the notes here. Next is liver. Generally one word question or 1 marks question also comes on the topic liver, that which is the largest gland in the human body. Okay, so answer is liver. Okay, next is liver. Liver is the largest gland in our body. It is the largest gland in the human body. Okay, fine. Another thing is where it is situated. Here we can see this is completely abdominal cavity. Okay, so it is situated at the upper side of abdominal cavity and it is situated at the right side. Fine. So here we can mention it is present or it is situated. Let me mention it is situated on the upper side It is situated on the upper side, on the right side of abdominal cavity. Okay, fine. So what does it secrete? Generally it secretes bile juice. Okay, it secretes bile juice which help in the digestion of fats. Okay, so this is a very important thing, that which gland helps in the digestion of fat. So bile juice, which is secreted by the liver, that is the largest gland in the human body. Okay, so it helps in the digestion of fat. It helps in the digestion of fats. Means it emulsifies fats, means the larger fat globules are converted into the smaller fat droplets. Clear? So it is all about the liver. Now third gland, as I told you here, that the third digestive gland is pancreas, which is situated just behind the stomach. Okay, here we can see. Okay, so what is the function of this pancreas? It works as heterocline gland. Okay, now let me mention here one more thing about the liver is that whatever bile juice is secreted by the liver, it gets stored in the gallbladder. Okay, let me mention, bile juice is stored in gallbladder. Okay, now we will talk about the third gland, that is pancreas. Third gland is pancreas. Okay, so generally it is heterocrine gland. It is heterocrine gland, means it works as both exocrine as well as endocrine. It acts as endocrine and exocrine gland. Okay, fine. So if we talk about the exocrine gland, means the exocrine part of this pancreas gland, then what happens? It helps in the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Okay, first of all we will talk about exocrine part, which is a gland. Okay, so the exocrine part of this pancreas helps in the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Okay, clear? So first of all, if we talk about carbohydrates, then they are converted into maltose and dextrine, as well as protein is digested and get converted into the amino acid, and fats are converted into fatty acids. Fine, let me mention, carbohydrates are converted into maltose and dextrine. Proteins are converted into amino acids. Okay, and fats are converted into fatty acids. Clear? So this is all about the glands which are present in the human system, human body, and they help in the digestion of food in the human body. So this is all about that human body has 3 important glands which are known as digestive glands. They are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. So here we studied about the digestive gland. Thus what we can say, as I have already told you in my previous lecture about the digestive system, then I explained you about the digestive glands. Thus we can say that digestion process completes into 2 processes. Okay, what are they? One is mechanical process and another is chemical process. Okay, so let me mention. Thus what we can say that the digestive system completes in 2 processes. Digestive system, okay, or digestive process or digestion process, we can say it completes into 2 processes. One is mechanical process and another is chemical process. Now let me explain you that what is chemical process and what is chemical process. As I told you that digestion takes place in the human body, okay, there are the different steps, digestion, then what, assimilation, absorption, okay, digestion, then what was that? So here, as I already have explained you about the digestion, so it this process completes into 2 processes, mechanical process and chemical process. Mechanical process means once you ingest the food, okay, once you keep the food in the mouth, then it goes to the esophagus, from esophagus to the stomach, stomach to the small intestine, then to large intestine, then whatever the waste is there, it is thrown out of the body. It is known as the mechanical process. But when these digestive glands take part in the digestion, that is known as chemical process. Clear? So what is mechanical process? Mechanical process in which different organs take place or take part in the digestion. Okay, that is mechanical process. When you keep the food in the mouth, you chew it with the teeth, then it goes in the esophagus. Through the esophagus, it goes to the stomach and then to the different parts. Okay, that is mechanical process. Now we will talk about the chemical process. So what is chemical process? In which different chemicals take part in the process of digestion. Okay, so what are these chemicals? Let me explain you. Here we can understand the chemical process of the digestion. Different enzymes take part in the process of the digestion. What are they? First of all, we will talk about the carbohydrate digestion. Students, I told you that whatever we eat, okay, it contains 3 main components: carbohydrate, fats and proteins. So these minerals or these nutrients need to be digested. Okay, so these are the processes of digestion of carbohydrate, proteins as well as fats. But the thing is, how do they get digested? They get digested by the action of different enzymes. Now look here, first of all we will talk about carbohydrate digestion. Okay, so what happens, whatever salivary, as I told you earlier that salivary glands which are present in the mouth, they secrete saliva. Then this saliva also contain what? It contains salivary amylase, which converts what? Generally it is secreted by salivary glands, and the site of release is buccal cavity. Where are these glands present? These are present in the buccal cavity or mouth cavity. Okay, so if we talk about the pH level, then pH level of the salivary amylase is nearly neutral. What happens when these salivary glands release saliva? Then salivary amylase present in that converts starch into maltose and dextrine. Clear? Then pancreatic amylase, which is secreted by pancreas, okay, and the site of release is small intestine. And if we talk about pH level of it, then the pH level is basic. Fine. What is the function of this pancreatic amylase? It converts starch into the maltose as well as dextrine. Clear? Means when it breaks the starch, it converts into the maltose and dextrine. Clear? Another is maltase. Maltase is generally produced in the intestinal gland. Then site of release, intestinal gland is present in the small intestine. Fine. Then if we talk about the pH level, then pH level is basic. What is the function of this maltase? This is an enzyme. So this enzyme converts maltose into glucose and glucose. Fine. Next we will talk about protein digestion. Earlier we studied about carbohydrate digestion. Now we are going to talk about protein digestion. Protein digestion, pepsin. Pepsin is an enzyme. The site of secretion is stomach, but it is produced by the gastric glands which are present in the stomach. Okay, if we talk about pH level of this pepsin, then it is acidic in nature. It converts protein into peptides plus proteoses. Clear? Next enzyme is trypsin. Generally, it is produced by pancreas and the site of release is small intestine. Fine. pH level is basic and it converts protein into peptides. Clear? Then peptidases and dipeptidases, which are enzymes, then they are produced in intestinal glands and the site is small intestine. Clear? Means in the small intestine, the intestinal glands produce enzymes which are known as peptidases and dipeptidases. Then if we talk about pH level, again the pH level is basic. What is the function of these enzymes? They convert peptides into dipeptides and amino acids. Clear? This is all about the protein digestion. Next is fat digestion. Okay, if we talk about fat digestion, then pancreatic lipase, as I told you that pancreas, which is known as a gland, and this is digestive gland, it releases some pancreatic juices. So that juices contain different types of enzymes. Here we are talking about pancreatic lipase. Okay, this pancreatic lipase is secreted by, generally produced by pancreas and the site of release is small intestine. Fine. pH level is basic. What is the function of this pancreatic lipase? It converts fats into fatty acid as well as glycerol. Okay, two products are produced here when the fats is converted into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, next is intestine lipase, another enzyme which is present in the juice which is secreted by pancreas, that is intestine lipase, and it is secreted by intestine gland and again the site of release is small intestine. Then pH level is basic. It converts fats into fatty acid and glycerol. As I told you here, just before it, I told you that pancreatic juices convert fats into fatty acids. Okay, so here we can see the result that whatever enzymes like pancreatic lipase and intestine lipase are present there, they convert the fats into fatty acids plus glycerol. Okay, so it was all about the digestive gland and the process of digestion. Hope everything is clear to you. Thank you.